Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Balance to the Core. My name is Gretchen, and I am founder of Balance to the Core. I am live today, so if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. Today, we're going to do a yoga block workout. So, can you see my yoga blocks back there? So, go ahead, grab those blocks. What I love about the yoga blocks in Pilates is it helps you connect with those difficult areas to kind of feel without a prop. So it's going to help us get into that arm back connection. It's going to help us feel the hip power a little bit more as well as the abdominals. So I'm excited to teach this class. And hi, Diane. I see you're here. Welcome. So we got some peeps jumping on right now. So I'm just going to give them some time to jump on who are doing the live. And I'm going to head over to my mat. So if you like these videos, please subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you as part of the community. I try to jump on as much as I can over the holiday season. I've been jumping on live twice a week. So this is our final week of the holiday season, but hopefully you've been able to follow along with us. And if you haven't, the replays are under Jingle Bell Mat. So go ahead and check out those videos. I do have the playlist on my home screen. Okay, so I was having audio issues last time doing this. So just give me the word if you can't hear me. If you can hear me, no worries. You don't have to let me know. Okay, so just before we get started, there are several ways you can place the block. So this is short, where it's kind of like flat. This is medium height, okay, where it's on the long edge. And when you're on the short edge, that is the tall height, okay? So I'll be letting you know where to use those heights. Right now, we're gonna place it short-wise, right next to each other, so we can make a little seat for ourselves. Let's go ahead and have a little seat, shall we? Love sitting on the yoga blocks. It's super comfy because we can totally let our hips go here. All right. So letting the weight of your knees just go down so you can just release those hips and maybe you can get a little bit more of a tallness in your spine. Yeah. All right. So let's hang out here for a second and just sort of get in tune with our breath as well as a little movement in our spine. So feeling your sitting bones anchored and then drawing your belly in and just feeling the tallest spine you can make without creating any tension. You can close your eyes for a second and let's just take 3 deep cleansing breaths. You're going to inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth or the nose, whatever allows you to stay connected in your center. I'm just going to take my hands on my outer edges of my ribs, making sure I feel the expansion. As you exhale, make sure you're staying tall, you're not compressing. You can open your eyes here, take an inhale again. And on your exhale, just draw your belly back. Try not to compress. We're not sinking into this. Just keep the longest spine you can as you exhale back. Inhale, you're going to bring your weight on top of the sitting bones once again, and then just open your chest forward as your sitting bones stay anchored onto the block. Again, exhale, draw the belly back. Hollow out the front of your spine. Inhale, shift. Tailbone heavy. You just open your heart. One more time. I have my hands right on the front of my shins and knees so that I have that extra little kind of feedback for me into the arm back connection. Good. And then come to center and then just inhale as you rotate over to the right or left, whichever you want to start with. And then come back to center. Inhale the other way. Look over your shoulder so your neck is part of that twist. Don't overdo this. I do have a little pressure of my hand on my thigh to give myself that little twist, but never overdoing anything. We're just looking to get mobility and we're just warming up. And then for our final little side bending. So we take it over on an inhale, exhale it up, inhale it over, and then your hips are just staying still, Sit bones anchored onto those yoga blocks. One more each side. Beautiful. And then just come back to center. Roll those shoulders back a few times. And we're going to take it down onto our mat with the yoga blocks in your hand. Okay. So lying down with your legs bent, yoga blocks in hand. Okay. So just feeling the pelvis anchored into the mat. You can kind of roll your pelvis towards you, roll it away, and just really finding the placement of a nice flat anchored pelvis with a little just softness in your low back. So feet about sit bone distant apart. And we're going to take the yoga blocks in the palms of our hands. Okay. And what I want you to try to do is to kind of flex your wrist so that it's a 90-degree angle as much as you can. And I know it's hard, but you sometimes you'll have like a larger angle, and that's fine. So you'll just know that your yoga blocks are not perfectly perpendicular to the ceiling. Our aim is to try to get that, because think about it. This is a push-up position, right? So often we have wrist pain when doing push-ups. It's very common amongst people. So let's see if we can get some little wrist flexibility here. So feeling your shoulders anchored into the mat, I just want you to reach those blocks up to the ceiling, your shoulders widen, and then pull your shoulders back into their pockets. Already, I can see my wrists want to let go. So really trying to keep that flexion or extension in the wrist. And if it ever gets too much, just let those blocks go. About 3 of those, then anchor the shoulders, and we're going to take the elbows down to the mat again, trying to keep that wrist alignment, and then push up through the heel of your hand, arms stay on your back. And we bend, and again, push up with the heel of your hand. How are those wrists doing? Could be a lot of flexibility and strength for them if they're not used to this. All right, now hold that. And now we're going to reach the arms back behind you. Keep your ribs down, and then notice your wrists get a nice length to them, right? And the arms just stay by your face. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flex that wrist, go ahead or extend the wrist, however you want to think about it, and then bring them perpendicular, those blocks perpendicular or parallel to the ceiling. Again, we reach, they get a little release, it goes right to your center, and then pull and get those blocks parallel with the ceiling. You feel that work in your wrist? And again, reach and pull, 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 pull. Awesome. Bring it down and then just take those blocks down by your side so your palms can rest in them. All right, so now we get a long wrist. Give those wrists a little break. Push your palms into the block, and they might have to come a little towards you a little bit. All right, so push down so you can feel every time you press. You can kind of do a few presses. Do you feel your back muscles? Okay. So get those feet ready. And we're going to roll the hips towards us and then just go ahead, lift the pelvis. And this is where I want to shift my blocks towards me a little bit. Push down onto the block and feel the power in your back. And then we're going to roll down through the spine, keeping pressure into the block. And can you articulate through that spine, keeping your chest open? And why we're doing this is sometimes our body compensates to make it easier. And what we do in order to roll down through each bone, our shoulders come off and it makes it easier to get through the spine. But when your arms are on these blocks, it keeps you with a wide chest, a wide upper back. So can you do that simultaneously? Work your way through your spine. Yeah, try a couple of them. One more. A little pressure into that block. Feel it. Awesome job. Good. All right, so from here, just placing the block in between your thighs. Okay, feet stay anchored. You can push those feet away a little bit. And then the other block's going to go into your hands. You're going to hold the heels of your hands on either side of the block. And then just go ahead and reach your arms behind you a little bit. Again, the arms stay by your face, they don't go further back. Draw your belly in, and we're just going to reach the arms up and bring them back. Finding that arm back connection, and then your legs keep that block where it is. All right, now inhale, reach those arms behind you. Exhale, you're going to now flex up. Inhale it back. Exhale, flex up. And back. Now, as you flex up, make sure you're not tucking the pelvis, right? Keep it nice and anchored. And one more time. Squeeze that block. And then lower it on down. Good. All right, so from here, just kind of grab a thigh and come on up. We're going to take that block, keep it in between your thighs like we did, and the hands keep holding the block. So now, scooching those feet a little further away from you, reaching the block, same thing as we did before, in the heels of your hands, and sit up nice and tall. All right, now squeezing your block, take an inhale, and then exhale, roll back. Inhale, I want you to lift that block up towards the ceiling, and you have more pressure into those abdominals. Exhale as you dive it over. Inhale, roll it up through the spine. Exhale it back. And then as the heels of the hands keep pressure into that block, you feel the arm back connection, the belly connection, and then we dive it over in that shape, stack it up through the spine. Roll. So you can see how this block can help give us feedback to the rest of our body. Keep your heels down. And one more time. Now this time, we're going to roll back. Good. Now just lift the block just a smidge, not as high as before, and rotate at your waist. You're not rotating with the arms, you're rotating with the waist, and the arms just come along for the ride. Dive it over and roll it up. Roll it back. Slightly lift the arms. Now go the other way first. Rotate from the waist. From the waist. Good. Dive it over. So you don't want those arms to move more than your spine. So you don't want to be over here, right? You want the block to stay in the center of your chest, the center of your belly. Good. And back. And then just kind of alternate each way. You want to start with the other side first each time. Good. 2 more sets. We lift those arms a little bit, rotate. Keep those hips and heels where they are. And we'll do one more. We're going to stay back here. Come to center. Lift the arms up a little bit and then just roll it down through the spine, reaching the block behind you. Good. All right, so now flex your feet. You still have the block in between your thighs. And now anchor those heels into the mat. Arms, upper arms are right by your face. We're going to lift those arms up. Start to curl the rest of your body as you dive it over and belly in 3, scoop 2, scoop 1. Now stay right here. Place the block now in between your ankles, and we're going to go kind of lengthwise. So you're just going to, and that will help you keep your legs about hip distant. All right, so we're over there, and now we're going to roll back. Now anchor those heels and squeeze the heels into the block. Reach back. See if you can really find your hip strength to help you in this rollover. 1, 2, up and over. 3, roll it back. And here we go, up and over. 3, 2, 1, and back. Let's do one more. Good. And then just roll it on up through the spine. We're going to roll back. And as you roll back, you're going to take the block right underneath your right thigh. All right. And that keep your heel down. And I want you to push your thigh into the block and then take the other leg and reach it up. So we're going to really work on stabilizing this leg that's on the block and just give me 5 circles each way, really anchoring the supporting leg on the block. And then we'll circle the other way for 5. And then hug that leg right on into you. And we'll switch sides, taking the block right underneath your left cheek and then anchoring that heel down. Other leg comes up. So, can we really stabilize that thigh that's on the block? Dig your heel in and give me 5 circles. Again, it's all about the stability of the rest of your body. And then once you've done 5, switch the direction. Good. And go ahead and hug it in. Hug both in, taking the block right in between your thighs, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders. Go ahead, take the hands behind the head, cradle the head. We're just going to reach those legs out and bend it in. And if you want more of a challenge, you place it in between your ankles and feet and you reach and in. Now you want to keep the chest lifting, but keep the weight of the head in the hands. We've got 3. Reach for 2 and reach for 1. Go ahead, bring it in, lower it down, come on up. We're going to take the block right underneath our knees and give it a little hug. All right, and come up into your rolling like a ball position, elbows wide. Inhale it back. And the ball or the block allows us to keep this ball shape. All right, so those butt bones chase your heels and we don't lose the block. Let's go one more. Excellent. And then just lower those legs down. We're going to have a seat on top of the block. So let's see if we can fit our cheeks onto one block. Can you do that? If it's hard, I'm sorry. But your cheeks are going to be hanging off of it for sure. But try to get both butt bones on there. And if that's a problem, you can actually sit on both blocks and you don't have to use this block. You can just do a regular spine stretch forward. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to sit up tall and you're going to place pressure into the block to help lift you up tall. All right, and dig those heels in, get nice parallel legs. Inhale, stay here. And then exhale, you're going to start to kind of just walk your block forward as you lift up and over those thighs and stop to where you can keep a nice, like, hollowed out chest here. And that block will help you get more lift. Dig your heels in, press your thighs down, and try to lift your spine taller as you round into this. And then slide it back, lift tall, put pressure into the block, and find more length. Yeah? All right, take an inhale here. Make sure the knees and toes are straight up to the ceiling. And then exhale, start to slide that block. Stop where you can really keep a nice hollowed out front of your spine. Stay here for a little bit. Dig the heels and thighs down. Push into that block to get more lift in your spine. And then slide it back. So it may not look like you're doing much, but you feel a lot of stretch right in that spine. Take an inhale, lift tall. Exhale, dive it. Hollow it out, and slide it back. Good. Stay right here. Keep that length. Hold that block in front of you. Now inhale, lift that block up to the sky. Find more length. Anchor your butt bones down into the block, the heels down, and get more taller, and release it down. And again, lift it up. Inhale. Exhale down. Good job. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Good. Find that length and then release it on down. Good. I'm going to actually get my block here so I can do both and sit on both blocks for my saw. Get your legs like heels a little bit wider than your mat. Arms wide. We're going to inhale, rotate, exhale, dive it. Come on up. We go the other way and dive it. All right, give me 2 more each side. Awesome. And the block just helps you get that tallness, right? And it feels, you can feel the anchor of the opposite hip down as you go over. Awesome. And like little shake, come on in. Our blocks are now here. We're just going to slide them forward so we can place our hands on them as we go to our hands and our knees. And then remember that beginning position we were in when we were on our back, holding the blocks in our hands, right? We're in the same position now, but now we have weight on those wrists. So is trying to just warm up those wrists earlier. All right, so those hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Good. Okay, so from here, this is what I want you to do. I want you to keep your arms nice and straight, but I want you to allow the shoulders to sort of sink in towards one another. You're going to inhale there, and then exhale. You're going to allow the shoulder blades to pull apart. Inhale, we pull. Now allow your spine to get into a little bit. You can even do a little extension and then a flexion. So do you see how you can get more squeeze when you get the spine involved? Yeah. So now I want you to do the same thing, but let's not get the spine involved. Let's keep the spine nice and long and lengthened and just make the shoulders do it. So you won't get as much of a range of motion, but you should feel that work of the shoulders just wrapping along your ribs. Inhale towards each other. Exhale, push away. Inhale towards each other. Exhale away. One more time. Now keep that exhale away. Feel the width of those shoulders and just bend your elbows just a smidge, push back up. I want you to bend the elbows without sacrificing the width of your back. So keep those shoulders away. They don't squeeze towards each other. For 3, for 2, for 1, and then give yourself a nice rounding cat here. Open the other way and come to center. Now slide the blocks forward a little bit. So now the arms are in front of your shoulders, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to bend those elbows down and extend your spine. And then go ahead and lengthen those arms, okay? So as they bend down, you're trying to open your chest forward and then push back up. Those shoulders stay wide. We're not letting them pinch towards one another. Okay, 3 more times. And 3, and push. And 2, and push. 1 more time. And push, and then just bring your weight over. So now we're at a little more of a diagonal. Okay, we're not straight up and down in the hips. The hips come forward of the knees a little bit. Pull those shoulders towards one another. Pull them away. Bend your elbows a little bit and push up. Elbows in, or shoulders in, widen the shoulders, bend the elbows, push back up. Really feeling the work being done in that upper body, in the triceps. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Just send it back for a second to get a little break. Okay, we have 1 more exercise with this shoulder stability. So now we're going to go back to hands and knees, right under shoulders, right under hips. Okay, so now you are in that quadruped position. Tuck your toes under. Let the shoulders sink towards one another. Pull them away. Keep them away as you let the knees hover. And we should not let those shoulders pull in towards one another. Yeah, and drop the knees. We pull the shoulders towards one another. We pull them away, keep that width, and then just balance. Good. And inhale. Exhale, lift the knees. and bring it down. Really just focusing on that upper body. One more time. Pull away, come up, hold. Excellent. And then just release it down. Good. All right. So now we're going to take the block sort of like either side and we're going to come down onto our stomach. Okay. So let's take the block in between our heels to start with. Okay. And that's going to allow us to get into the hip power a bit. Arms on either side of you. All right. Hover your nose above the mat. Now I want you to squeeze the block and really reach long through the tail. As you squeeze the block, you're feeling your inner thighs and outer hips create that squeeze. Reach through the tail so everything is active in that lower half. Draw your belly in. We start to lift the chest. As you push the chest forward, I want you to lengthen the legs away from you as you squeeze that block. Good. And notice, if you give that block a squeeze from your, like the power of your pelvis from your hips, see if you can get more lift. So as I squeeze from my hips, it gets me out of my low back a little bit more. I want you to try to play with that a little bit. Have fun with it. Get more reach of your chest forward, more work from the hips to stabilize that block. One more time. And lower. Good job. All right, we're going to take the block now away. Pretend the block is still in between your thighs. Our hands are going to go onto either sides of our legs, but our palms are up. And the palms are going to hold on to these blocks. Okay? So, same movement with our spine, but now we have our arms long. Pretend that block's in between your heels. Stay active in those hips. Start to lift the arms up to the sky and then lower them down. Do you feel that arm back connection? Draw your belly in, anchor the feet, reach through the tail, and reach those arms up. Try to keep those arms parallel with your body. Inhale. Okay, so now we're going to add the upper body. Those arms start to lift up. Because they're connected to your back, they can help lift your back up. Good. Keep that tail long. Keep those hips active so we stay out of our low back. Good. All right. Give me 3 more of these. How connected can you get to make this feel more full body and not just, ooh, searing into my low back, right? Release the block. Have a seat. Back to your heels. Good. Awesome job. All right. So from here, we're going to turn it to our hips. We're going to roll onto our back. So all I want you to do first is just kind of place that block in between your legs and just take your body down so you can feel the power in your hips. Good. Okay. So let's bring the blocks. So they're kind of down by your feet. Here, you can lift up. I'm sorry. I tried to do this with a nice transition and it's just not working. Place the blocks onto either like hip bone distance. So you can place your feet on them and then lie down back on your mat. All right, so we got bridge work again, but this time with it in your feet instead of on your hands. So it's going to allow us to get more lift of the pelvis. Make sure you're not on your neck here. Because of the blocks, we can get more lift, which means you might go on your neck a little bit. Stay on the shelf of your back and push long through your tailbone. Press your thighs forward and make sure your feet are anchored onto that block. Yeah, roll it down. And again, we have 2 more of these. Lift up and down. Make sure the arms and hands are anchored. One more time, lift up. We're going to keep ourselves here. Good. And just hold right there. Excellent. And then I want you to take one leg up to tabletop. Bring it back down onto your mat. Other side, lift up and down. And really stay anchored onto both arms evenly. And make sure your hips don't drop. One more each side. Good. lift. Now just drop your right hip 1 inch, come back up, drop the left and up, right, up, left, up. One more each side, up, up, and then roll it down through your spine. Excellent. Hug it in, come on up. We're gonna come up onto our knees for a little side work, and then our 30 minutes is up with each other. How great is that? Okay, so what we're gonna do is kind of come here on our knees. You can actually take one block in between your knees to see how it feels. All right, so like when you're squeezing that block, squeeze it together and keep your hips right over your knees. Do you feel how much work that's being done in the seat? Yeah. I want you to keep that. Even though we're going to let go of the block, I want you to feel that power in the hip. So as we kind of take one leg out, you are still that powerful in the hips. We're going to go long ways first, where we just drop here and hold that. Yeah. So you can really feel the power in the pelvis. And then we're going to go back and make it medium. Do you feel that? Okay. Still have the power in the hips. You might get a little bit more stretch. If you want, you can go all the way down to short if that's okay with you. If not, keep it at medium or the large height, the long height. Arm up, and then go ahead, take that hand behind your head and push your head in your hands. Yeah. And then lift this leg up and take it down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there on 1. Hold it. Good. Keep it lifted as you come up. Good. And then just side bend it over and come back up. All right. Your legs are staying here. All we're going to do is go like lengthwise and then turn it. Yeah. Good. All right. So now we're going to take this back leg, bring it through, and then just walk it forward here. Okay. So find the arm back connection here. Draw your belly in. If you've done reformer work, imagine your foot on the foot bar and your hands holding that foot bar. We're going to pull our belly back. That's what initiates the movement as we stretch back. And then the belly lifts up and helps us come back forward. Okay. And hollow out the belly. Keep that arm back connection and pull it. Again, it hollows out as we come forward. Stay right here, arms up as we press our hips forward and then circle it around. Good. Bring it back up, turn it, block in between those knees again. Find the connection in the hips. Yeah. All right. When you feel like you've got it, take the leg out. We're still as active in that pelvis. Go lengthwise here as we just hips right over that knee. Feel that. Yep. And then you can go down to the medium height. Good. And if you feel like you can take it down to the short. Arm up, place that hand behind the head, push your head in the hands. Make sure that pelvis is forward as we lift for 5. Stretch that leg long. Lift 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there on 1. Hold it. As we come up, hands behind the head. Give it a little side bend over. Good. Hold both of these blocks as we turn it. Good. And then just sweep that leg through, and those blocks are right by your foot. Okay. So now reach that tail long, right? We don't want to get into that low back. And then arm back connection. Pick up that belly as you stretch it back. Pick up that belly to come forward. Yeah. And we're just shifting our weight back and forth, really lengthening through that hamstring when you shift back. So feel the initiation of that like seat hamstring connection to help also initiate the movement. So that works with the belly. Good. And then just kind of bring it back, walk it back, and stretch it here. Take your hands on the block. They go short ways. And walk your blocks forward as you just press your chest forward and bring it on back. Hands are on the block. Shift your weight forward. Find your plank position. Yeah, good. And we're just going to shift our weight forward and back. Shift forward and back. One more. Shift and back. Little elbow bend and push up 3. Push up 2. Push up 1. Drop the knees. We're going to shift it over to our other side. So now the hands are going on those blocks. You're going to bend the knees. All right. Now, what I want you to do is push through the chest, really open that chest. And because the chest is opening, we can lift the pelvis up and bring it back down. I might bring these blocks a little shorter ways here so I don't lose them. All right. And again, push through the chest, let the rest of the body follow, lift the pelvis, gaze up to the ceiling, and with control, take it down without hovering the shoulders to your ears. And shine that chest, lift it up, swing it back with control. And one more time, lift it up, 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 and bring it down. Crisscross those legs as you just take your body over. Good. And then just roll it on up through the spine. We are going to end seated. All right. I am going to get you up to a standing position. Going a little bit over 30 minutes. I apologize. That's what happens with live workouts. All right. But I just want you to feel the difference of how you feel right now. Seated. Good. Breathing into those ribs. Hopefully you feel like, oh yeah. And then we're going to just roll it back on an exhale. Inhale. Let it open. And again, exhale. And open. One more time. Good. Open, open, open. Come back to center. We're going to come to a standing position. So come on up. Bring your blocks with you. And I just want you to put one block in between your ankles. All right. The other block is holding in our hands like we did before, right into the heel of the hands. And we're just going to do one roll down because I want you to feel the connection of the hips with the arm back connection with the belly and how it helps you in these roll downs. So reaching the arms up, feeling everything connected. Dive your body down. Squeeze that block with your hips. You have your back working. You can let the block drop for a second. We're going to walk out into a plank so you can see the heels into that into the block to feel the hips. Keep that squeeze as you roll up and feel how much the hips and pelvis are involved in this. As you come here, grab that block again, roll up again, squeezing into the block with your heels, ankles, palms, and reach it up. Yeah, we'll try that again. Let's try one more time. Just really feeling the whole body of this and how these blocks really help you connect all of those muscles together. Walk out. Find that. Lift the ribs up. Keep that block in between your ankles. Hold the block in between your palms now. Lift up full body. Okay, get rid of the blocks. Just one roll down without any props. I just want you to see how you feel. So connect the heels with just a little distance between your big toe knuckles. Stretch the arms up. Dive it forward. Feel that hip power, yeah? And then come on up, 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 and circle it around. Yeah, good job. You did it. You did it. Awesome work. So hopefully you felt that connection that the block could give you. And then taking it away and feeling how active those muscles are and should be in your Pilates work. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Again, subscribe to this channel if you never want to miss a workout, and you can check out my core club if you want some online Pilates love where I can help you with form, any questions you have, but it is my membership. It's a monthly membership. Would love to have you there. So just check out Bounce to the Core/Core Club. Thank you for being here. Oh, you're so welcome, Diane. Yes, I'm glad you liked it. have a great day, and I'll see you all next time on the mat. Take care.